Hello, my fellow risers. Alright, we don't have time. Let's jump into it. Oh, boy. So I went to this, it was supposed to be like a protest, and then it was to get housing for homeless, particularly refugees. And so we had invited a bunch, and a bunch came, and I took a lot of photos. And it was cool. All right, here we go. All right, so this morning, took the boys for a walk. We had fun. Then I came back and Frank told me that because there was this guy that I saw taking the trash can. I even asked him, I was like, you need help? And I thought maybe it was just one of the new employees or something. But apparently he had asked Frank, or Frank had caught him trying to take it. And Frank was like,
"Hey, will you bring it back?"
So, and the guy goes,
"Yeah, of course."
Anyway, so there's some gypsies and they stole it. And I don't know, that wasn't important. We wasted time. Okay, Richard helped me out with my bike, fixed my bike. That was great. Hung out for a little bit. And then I went to the protest to try to get housing for homeless folks, and most of them are refugees. And because it's the law in France that if you want a roof over your head, you can have one. And yeah, it was good. The thing is that, so I interviewed a guy, and it went really well. And then I went back and I checked on him again. And I was like, hey, the line's moving pretty quickly. He goes,
"It's moving, not too quickly, but..."
And in the first interview, you really felt for the guy. He was working down in the south, and then he had an injury, so he can't carry heavy things. And so he moves up to Paris. He's in an apartment, but he can't pay for it anymore or at all. And he had no government benefits, no money, and so then they kicked him out. And then he's been on the street for a year, and he just does not like it at all. And so he says,
"Yeah, the line's moving."
And then I come back around, and I go and I take photos of people getting on the buses. And then I noticed there's empty buses that are leaving, and I don't know why they're not sending more people back. So I go back to the line, and so I'm talking, only 4 people in front of him. So we're like, yes, that's awesome. You're almost there. And he just really doesn't like it. He doesn't feel safe. He's cold. He can't wash. He just really does not like it. And he just really wants a home. So we're like, yeah, cool. Only 4 people in front of you. And he had been in line for hours. And somebody walks up, says,
"Okay, no more housing. No more, sorry. So everybody go home."
And he's not really showing it, but he's looked like devastated. And that was tough. That was tough for me. Anyway, back to him though. Yeah, he was devastated. And he goes,
"What do you mean go home? I don't have a home. I wouldn't be here if I had a home. What do you mean go home?"
And then there's this asshole police officer, I guess he was police. And so after this news is broken, they're like, all right, everybody, get out of here. And there are some people that stay, and you can see it's not very many people. Compared to earlier, with this long line, I mean, there are a lot of people, right? So then when this police officer was talking to me, I have, a vest on. And he says,
"Hey, are you helping? Are you with like a collective?"
And I go, yeah. And he goes,
"Well, instead of filming, why don't you help? Tell these people to leave."
I'm like, they've been standing here for hours. And they just found out minutes ago that they're going back. You know, they've spent the last several hours. You know, sometimes it might be complicated to find a place to sleep, figure out where your spot is, whatever. And they haven't done that yet for tonight because they've been here, hopeful. Lines moving along, and I mean they were the next people, the next bus. And you know, and I saw a bus, you know, the last bus that was half empty. And he's like, why you filming? Blah blah blah. And yeah, that was so weird. How can you say? And then a few minutes later, they were all gone. They were all gone. They had all moved over to the other side. They knew to move over. Jesus. Anyway, we don't have time to talk about empire and empiricism. Oh yeah, so yeah, it really was cool hanging out with, you know, the volunteers today. And then one of them, I had no idea that we had any sort of, you know, connection. He was just a face that I just kept seeing. And he said to me, you know,
I really like you, man, and you know, I really just get positive energy, positive vibes from you.
We didn't say it exactly like that. I don't think I'm quite doing a good impression, but yeah, he said that, and he goes,
and we've only known each other for,
and I didn't even know his name before today.
We've only known each other for a few weeks.
I mean, you know, I knew who he was. Anyway,
we've known each other. I feel like we've known each other for a while.
And I even went and I said, oh, that's really cool to hear because, you know, and I thought back to the Elon Musk thing.
I'm actually making history tonight as the first person with Asperger's to host SNL. But all right, I'm pretty good at running human in emulation mode.
That some people with, you know, Asperger's or whatever my deal is.
Boringcompany.bonevaporizer.sex.
That's it. Okay, all right. Why would you make something dangerous like that available to the public, Elon?
Because I'm like everybody's favorite sociopath.
You know, we get mistaken for like sociopaths, so it's cool to have made a good impression. And then I'm biking home, think about how cool that is. And I realized, wait a minute, that's my human mode, like Elon Musk said. When I'm over there, I'm just constantly, even with you, of course, I'm in my human mode. I'm just constantly, smile, 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 smile. Oh yeah, so cool, blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying, in this vlog, I wasn't supposed to do my human mode. And I was wondering though, when am I ever not? When am I just myself? And then, of course, we have to ask, what does that even mean to be yourself? Because everybody expects that you would make adjustments. I think we would all feel very uncomfortable if we were just forced to follow whatever sort of selfish instinct we had. You know, if this is what I want, then this is what I'm going to have. If this is, you know, whatever. If this is, you know, how I feel, then this is what I'm going to, you know, whatever. I don't know. But with the people out here, well, and then I realized that's a stupid generalization because I'm sure there are lots of people out here with whom I wouldn't get along. But Alex, Richard, we get along, and it's cool. There's just no drama, no, you know, all that stuff. But it was cool feeling for a little while, almost. It's a silly desire, a silly need, but it's cool to have that. I don't know, to have my human mode. You know, I passed the Turing test. I passed the soapy Turing test. All right. Vous vouliez pas discuter? Vous voyez que les gens commencent à partir, ça...
Faut leur dire, monsieur.
Mais c'est pas grave, ça prend quelques minutes juste pour accepter qu'ils n'auront pas de logement ce soir.
Faut leur dire, monsieur, c'est à vous, vous êtes l'organisation, faut leur dire aussi.
Bah non, ils ont compris, il n'y a rien à dire.
Voilà, pourquoi vous me filmez?
Quoi?
Pourquoi vous me filmez?
Bah parce que j'ai trouvé que vous étiez un peu chaud et du coup...
Chaud?
Un peu... Alright, we gotta leave it there, we don't have time. Good night.